Today we are going to study the new chapter, that is the Muslim League. As per the new syllabus, children, many things have been reduced from this chapter. Now, as per the new syllabus, you have to only study the objectives of the formation of the Muslim League. But in this video, I'll give you a little just an idea of the Muslim League, how it was formed, what were the factors, and what were its objectives. But as per the syllabus, you have to study only the objectives. So, the proposal to form a central organization for Muslim was accepted, and a political association, All India Muslim League, was set up on December 30th, 1906. So basically, all the Muslim members, they thought that a political association should be made to lay down the rights and demands of the Indian Muslims. In front of all, there should be an organization which was termed as in All India Muslim League. It was formed on 30th of December 1906. So you can see the time era or during the period when partition of Bengal has taken place and the Surat split was on the way. So major things were changing in the political aspect of our country. Then it was formed under the leadership of Aga Khan, the Nawab of Dhaka, and Nawab Mohsin ul Mulk. So you have to learn these three names. You should know about these three people, those who have contributed in the formation of Indian Muslim League. Then there were the various factors which has led to the formation of Muslim League. Previously you were supposed to study all these things in detail, but as it is not part of your syllabus anymore, so I'll just give you a gist so that you may understand why, what were the reason, how the All Indian Muslim League was formed. So first, due to the divide and rule policy of Britishers. So as we know, after the revolt of 1857, the Britishers have adopted the policy of divide and rule. So therefore, just to bring the rift between Hindus and Muslim, they were promoting Muslims to have their own organization. Then loss of sovereignty of Muslim rulers. As we know, Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last Mughal emperor, which ended after the revolt of 1857. So no Muslim representative was there who could represent the problems and needs and aspirations of the people. Then comparatively, backwardness of Muslim community in our country was much more in the field of education, trade and industry. Why? Because they were only promoting the madrasa education, whereas the other Indians, or we can say the other people of India, they were ready to grasp the modern education or the Western education which was imparted by the Britishers. And at the same time, the Indian Muslims were not ready to inherit the Western education or to adopt the Western education. So due to which it was bringing lot of backwardness in the Muslim community, which has led to the lack of education, trade and industry. Then erroneous means wrong interpretation of history. Like in history, British historians have defined it that because of the Indian Muslims, it has brought a lot of destructions in the country, because they considered Mughals and all as the foreigners, the invaders, those who invaded India. They did not let those people to understand that they were the part of India. Then the rise of assertive nationalism. As we have seen in the partition of Bengal, people have taken dips in river Ganga. They have tied Rakhis to each other. Festival of Shivaji was revived. So we can see all these events which were taking place in partition of Bengal. Can you find it? We can locate it, or we can connect it to the Hindu religion, where the sentiments of Muslims were hurt. Though they have participated in the anti-partition movement, but still, the programs which were organized in anti-partition movement was totally dedicated to the Hindu religion, we can say. Then Hindi Urdu controversy. Regarding the language also, there was a controversy that all the official languages, all the official papers which were previously noted down in Urdu, now it was Britishers announced it to change it to Hindi. So that also created a lot of differences between Hindus and Muslim, because for Muslims Urdu is a very pious language which should be spoken by all, or which should be respected. Then partition of Bengal, obviously I have told, due to the various factors and reasons, it has brought the drift between Hindus and Muslim, due to which Indian Muslim League was formed. Now the major part which you have to study for your boards, that is the objectives. These three are very very important objectives of Indian Muslim League which you have to learn, children. First, to promote loyalty of Indian Muslims towards the British government. The main motto of the Indian Muslim League was to show the loyalty towards the British government, that the Indian Muslims are loyal to the Britishers, because after the revolt of 1857, Britishers understood that the reason for the revolt was due to the Indian Muslims. So just to change the mindset, Indian Muslims wanted to show the loyalty towards to the Britishers. So therefore this was the one reason. Second, to protect the political and other rights of Indian Muslims, and to place their needs and aspirations before the government. So to protect their needs and to protect their rights, as well as to present their needs and aspiration, whatever their demands were, in front of the Britishers. So they wanted a political organization. Then the third one, to overcome on the feeling of hostility among Muslim towards other communities. What is hostility? It is, if we see the literal meaning, it means unfriendliness. So, to overcome the feeling of unfriendliness regarding the other communities, that means to give it a chance to be united, or to show the promote unity among the Indians. Therefore, this All India Muslim League was formed, and these were the major objectives why uh, Indian Muslims felt that such organization should be formed. So that was the end of the chapter, children, because from this chapter only formation, the idea of Muslim League plus the objectives will only be coming. Thank you.